Coinbase update that you need to hear, along with the main reason why Torres denied the SEC Ripple agreement. Yeah, not the stuff that you've been hearing, the real reason why she denied it. We're going to talk XRP price along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
You think I say naughty things on here? You should see what I say on Twitter. It's linked down below. Before we get into the real reason why Torres denied it for real, you ain't hearing this on other channels, and I promise you it's going to blow your mind the reason we get into your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Love to ride one, dropping support on the channel, says thanks. Well, thank you for dropping support, and you're welcome. I love bringing you the news, whether it's good, bad, happy, or sad. Winston Prescott says, but she is correct. They're talking about Torres. If this is what they wanted, they need to beg because the entire case was a Wang measuring contest. Whose Wang was bigger, Ripple's or the SEC's? Obviously Ripple's, right? Titty Milk Channel member, thank you for the support, says, homegirl needs to get laid. No. This is even bigger than that with Torres, for real. I've got you covered on the real reason. It's bigger than procedural. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to put it all into perspective. And as soon as I tell you the reason on why Torres denied it, it's all going to make sense. Bitcoin's sitting at 103,536. And oh, I've got a cringe warning for you. So be ready, girlfriend. E25.99. BNB at 62 while Sol's at 172. ADA is at 70 cents while XP's at 242. We'll talk price at the end. I told you it was a cringe warning. Why? The Bitcoinator. He's back and he wants your sats. Dude, come on with the AI art crap from Sailor. Like, this guy just doesn't put any effort in. So you know what we're going to do, everyone? I told you I'm naughtier on the Twitter sphere. So we're going to go in here and we're going to put something down. What should we put down for this guy? Let's find something that I downloaded. Let's give this guy some tar juice. What do you think, OP? Yep, some tar juice. That's right. This guy is lazy AF, and I swear, cringier than shit-ola. Now, Coinbase, here's the deal. This is kind of messed up. Supposedly, this data breach with Coinbase has been happening since January. And I had a family member that was contacted by, quote, Coinbase customer support, and their crypto was stolen. Why? Because they believed it. Because the data they had was accurate. Let's learn. The insider breach was reportedly affected less than 1% of Coinbase's monthly active users, has sparked widespread outrage across the crypto community. Users report being targeted in sophisticated phishing and impersonation scams. The one that affected my family member was an impersonation scam. Among them is QCow, an alleged targeted victim who recounts the scam's chilling precision. They work at Customer Support Alliance DAO, said he almost fell victim but outsmarted the bad actors. I called him out at the end, the call, telling them they need to set up their game because the scam is retarded. No, that's actually what the person said. Huh? Well, I kind of like that person now. They told me that they had made almost $7 million that day. Adam Cochran, a renowned ex-Twitter figure, condemned Coinbase's failure to protect data like government IDs and physical addresses. He says this shortfall poses risks that far exceed financial losses. And Coinbase won't pay the people. So here's the problem. KYC, AML is all good. But the problem is, the more KYC you provide, the more potential data out there is for people to hack and steal and use against you. Coinbase's disclosure here focuses on the stolen funds, but that's irrelevant. No element of KYC, AML policy requires this kind of stuff to be accessible to your customer support agents. I don't want to hear what Coinbase is doing to recover funds. I want to hear what they're doing to better deal with private data. I totally agree. Coinbase knew they got their user data stolen in January, but said nothing until now. And here we are, mid-May. We've had endless reports of Coinbase users being drained by impersonators. Now we know why. And yes, I had a family member drained of several thousand worth of crypto because of one of these highly sophisticated scams, because they had such accurate data. All right, now let's swing it on over to the real reason why Torres denied the Ripple SEC lawsuit. And I get it. She's justifying it as a procedural thing. She wants the SEC to come and grovel. But I want you to think about this, okay? Zoom it out just a little bit for me. Before the Ripple SEC case, had anyone ever heard of Judge Annalisa Torres? No, you hadn't. right? She hadn't been in the spotlight at all, hasn't she? Nope, she hasn't. And when this case is over, you think her name is ever going to be mentioned again? No, it won't. This is her last chance to ride the hot pony, to stay what, everyone? Hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant, because that's what this is all about. This is about her trying to capture her last couple ounces of fame. She could have easily been like, look, everyone, I'm going to approve this, end of story, move on forward, and that's it. But nope, she wants to retain the spotlight because this is her last chance at it. People, even judges, have egos. And yes, Torres has an ego. And here's the thing about this. This is just going to drag on now for several more weeks. We already know that the SEC is cool with settling. We know Ripple's cool with settling. And for the court to sit here and go, you know what? Let's not, let's drag it out more. No. This is all about her and her ego and her wanting to remain the center of attention. For her, this is a way to propel her career forward with a big case, with notoriety. Because once this case is over, you know what's going to happen? We're all going to forget about her. So what she's trying to do, she's trying to use this case as a stepping stone to bigger and better things. So Judge Torres, thank you so much for giving us a buying opportunity yesterday, because that's basically what you did, giving us a little bit of a discount-a-roni. But for real, we know your ego is the main reason why you did not approve of this. Because you know what? I have full faith that the SEC and Ripple lawyers know exactly what they're doing. Both sides agree to this, and yet you just wanted to inflate your ego, keep yourself at the spotlight, and hope you either land a big-ass book deal or you land a big-ass job after this. So you and your ego can go suck a big fat. Now on overall crypto market news, where volume is holding steady at $128 billion. Altcoin season index is 27 out of 100, while feed and greed index, greed index, is sitting at 69. Nice. And it's Friday, which means we made it to the weekend. Everyone love it. Institutional money is back to the inflows, girlfriend, which I like. Overall trend for the year is hot AF, with the majority of weeks showing institutional inflows. Open interest is still hot, with futures at $3.96 billion. XRP's volume is up. Why? Because a lot of players were buying the dipperoni yesterday. Volume sitting at $5.21 billion, with what, everyone? Oh, that's right, the Korean won pairing jumping up along with the Japanese yen pairing. And that's what I told you yesterday. You should follow those two. Why? Because regional buying of the dip. No, it's not the USD pairing that's doing it. It was the Korean won pairing. And I told you, every time the Korean won pairing starts jumping up, those players buy the dip-aroni. For some reason, that small market out there in Upbit has a shit ton of money, and they know when to buy the dip-aroni. So Torres, thank you for giving us a red candle day in order to buy. Now let's take a better look at those candlesticks, because I told you yesterday I wasn't worried about this. It was people overreacting to the news, and here's where we got the support. We got it at 235. We bounced up again at 240, which I'm okay with. Sitting right now at 242. What I'm paying attention to this weekend is two things: remaining above 240 and trying to keep volume levels above that $3.5 billion mark. The volume one I think is going to be the bigger challenge, because we have seen a little bit of a slowdown before the announcement going into yesterday's news with Torres, but I am paying attention to that. Now, the other thing, and I highlighted this a little bit earlier, I also want to see if this Korean won pairing is going to hold up their buying activity. They have been the ones that have been supporting the dips all along. You remember when we had that Sunday Bloody Sunday about a month and a half ago? And then you remember when we had XRP at like $1.60, $1.70 not too long ago? The Korean won pairing right through Upbit has been the one supporting the lowest lows of XRP. So I want to see if these players out there in Korea are going to keep buying the dip-a-roni. I'm also going to be paying attention to see if this Japanese yen pairing does it as well. Because there are times when we see that pairing be the biggest trading pair and then fall out of the top 10 completely. That's the Japanese yen pairing, XRP Japanese yen through Binance. But looking at the candlesticks right now, we're seeing what? Support north of 240. Are we going to touch the 265? Well, we need some good news to get there. Will we get it this weekend? I don't know. I mean, there's really no reports coming out this weekend. I mean, obviously anything could happen. We could get some squeezes here and there to play, but the reality is if we hold through 240 on this weekend, 3.5 billion in volume, I am going to be a happy camper. But the real news is what? Coinbase is a piece of shit company that doesn't protect its customers. It only protects its profits. Torres is what everyone looking for the next big job opportunity and wants to stay in the spotlight. And the Koreans keep buying the dip, propping up the price of XRP. And I want you to think about that really hard with Torres. She's a household name now in the crypto community. Hell, she's a household name in the business community because her name has been plastered all over the frickin' place. And once the case is over, people are gonna forget about her. And judges do have egos. And she doesn't want to be forgotten about. And she knows there's probably never going to be another case as big as this. There's probably not going to be another case in her career that's going to get as much press coverage as this. There's not going to be as much social media coverage as this. And she wants to ride the hot pony. And she's looking at this going, oh, shit. Both sides are settling. They both came to an agreement. What can I do to delay this so that I can get more out of this? How can I benefit out of this? Because you know what? These judges, they have egos too. And you're telling me that these big shot lawyers at the SEC and these big shot lawyers at Ripple don't know how to fill out these forms correctly? They don't know how to do their due diligence. I can't talk today. Blah, blah, blah. You're telling me that these lawyers don't know their due diligence with these forms and stuff? No, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what needs to be done. They're not freaking morons. No, this is Torres knowing this is her last chance to be in the spotlight. And so what is she doing? She's like, no, guys, gals, refile, so that she can be hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant one more time. Maybe she'll get a book deal. Maybe she'll get an appointment at a higher court. Who the fuck knows? Either way, she did what? Gave us a little bit of a red candlestick day yesterday for a buying opportunity. She gave us some volume Roni and gave us a little bit of buying from the Japanese yen, Korean won pairings. And she kept XRP in the news yet again, which kept us what? Relevant. So Torres, you're a bitch, but thank you for keeping us relevant. So, you can cite procedural shit all you want, and it may be the truth, but the real truth is you don't want to be forgotten about. And that's the real news. Good, bad, happy, or sad. And in crypto, what is it all about? It's all about being relevant. So choo-choo what? Hold on, I just put the sign on. Choo-choo, oh, there it is, everyone. Choo-choo, bitches.